the door check strap I got from Phoebe, and well, that's actually the Mercedes part number, but that's the correct. And this will fit on all 4 doors on a W126. It comes with that plastic protector to keep the rain out. This strap comes to the second indent for shipping, but I just put it in a vise and pulled it out. This should be the body color of your vehicle, and in my case that's nautical blue. But first I'm going to give it a coat of self-etching primer. Now I'm going to put the color on. Now I'm going to apply 2 coats of clear. The clear is dry. Yeah, looks good to me. So I'm going to get that on the car. It did come with grease, but I added quite a bit more. I printed out some of the pages on the manual showing, you know, where everything's located. I've never done it before, so I just don't want to yank on something and break it. Well, the courtesy lamp, the whole assembly just comes out. I just use a small trim tool, push it down, and there's 2 leads, goes off. Then I'm going to remove this center Phillips. It's a number 1. Okay, next I got 3 Phillips on this trim panel. And these are number 1s as well. Alright, I got all the screws off. And this trim panel just comes out. Move the lock knob here. And next this bezel piece on the lock here. Okay, next behind the latch is a plastic like pocket that's got to come out. I've got a dental pick, and we'll get started with that, and then take a trim tool, get it under there. Okay. There. Now there's a Phillips. This looks like a number 2. That's got to come off. This plastic piece should come off now. Or not. Well, there's all kinds of foam back in there. Okay, I can see the screw right up on here. Yeah. Well, it's number 3, and it's tight. Short. Oh, it's got Loctite on it too. And there's 2 Phillips under the armrest, one there and one here. These are number 3s, and man, those things are in there really tight. Okay. Got those off, and this should just hinge out. Yep. All right. Got that piece out. Okay, now I have to disconnect the switch, so this plastic panel's got to come off. Slips through there. Okay. Things on there pretty good. There we go. Well, the connectors are kind of hazy. Yeah, they're corroded. So I'm going to clean these up and then put some dielectric grease before I reassemble that. Okay, now that everything's removed, the only thing that's holding it on are like 5 clips, and you just basically move it up and then out. Well, this is the manual, and they have a warning. It says, "Attention, door liner is hung on and not clipped on." That's because, like on the 140, it has a series of clips, and you know, all the trunk liners, door liners, everything's the same. You just push it in, and then you just take a trim tool and you just pop them out. But if you try doing that on here, you're just going to end up breaking a bunch of stuff. I'll see if I get the vapor barrier off so that I can reuse it. Okay, the part's held in with 3 10mm, one in the back here, and then 2 in the jamb that go that way. Well, I'm going to remove the hinge part. There's a washer, or like a fiber washer on the bottom. There's nothing on the top. And then there's like a little C-clip here that you just pull out like that. Put some tape on here so I don't scratch my paint. There we go. The pin's in there really tight. There we go. Want to get that fiber washer out of there before I lose it. Now you just stick your hand in, grab it. There's some wires back in there, but I just got it in between that. And there's the part. I want to take a look at this on the bench. It's a little bit of grease on the bottom, but the top's completely dry, and there's evidence of water and rust. Well, the ears on the new one are further out than this. You can see, in order to line them up, they'd have to be there, and then the back hole is out. So I have a feeling this just isn't going to pop right in. Well, the bolt in the back's got a washer on it, and that hole from the factory is oblonged. So there is some room for adjustment there. The way it goes in, same way it came out. Get under those wires. You kind of see through there. There it is. Okay, it's up all the way, and it's, Jesus. Look at that. It's not going to fit. It's not going to work. I don't know, another 1/4 inch. So I'm just going to have to get a drill in there and oblong that hole and probably end up with a bigger washer. Okay, here we go. I'll take the plastic shield and pop that into place, and then just move back up and get that put back together. There. Now I can get the pin in. I want to put the pin in. I sprayed it with silicone spray. Alright. Now I gotta get that washer underneath there. Okay, that looks good. Yeah. Now I'm going to put the C-clip on. There, it's snapped right in. All 3 of these bolts are spec'd at 10 Newton meters. So, there's that one. Alright, and the one in the front. Alright, but I'm going to oil up everything. Okay, I'm going to be applying automatic transmission fluid to all these pivot points, especially on this handle. Get quite a bit on that pin right there. All this stuff for the latch. Side to latch. Here's the door panel. There's actually like 6 of these where you can see the hooks. You just, lift it up and they come off. They just hang on those. There's no clips on this car. 3 of them fell off. They almost snap right in. I'm going to JB weld. So I got some JB weld mixed up, and I roughed this up with sandpaper and then cleaned it with the acetone. There, I felt it just snap right in there. Alright, this piece fell off, and it's one of these up here. They're super thin, so that one's already cracked, but I got one. This one's broke. I sanded this down and cleaned it up with acetone, and I'm only missing these 3 pieces, which I recovered. I'm going to do one at a time. I might have to hold it in place. It's at an angle, it wants to tip forward. Well, I felt that one click in right there. This one's a little bit tougher. Alright, yeah, I got it. Well, it takes so long to dry. These are moving. I mean, that looks good. That one looks not good. So I brought a straight edge in, and I'm going to try to prop this up, and I can't keep on coming back and doing that. Well, that should hold it in place right there. Okay, it's been 24 hours, and these are very firm, but I can tell I can get more material on there. So I mixed up some more JB weld, and I got it laying down now, so this should just go straight in. I mixed up some more, and I'm going to get on the back side pretty heavy. These dried overnight. I mean, they're really stiff. I'm not sure about the clearance, so I'm going to take some really rough, like 40 grit, and sand this down until I can see the black plastic. I got the fronts pretty nice, but I'm concerned about the back, so I'm going to Dremel those out. I applied a pretty heavy coat of white lithium grease on all these tabs, and I'm getting ready to install this now. I've got some spray adhesive. I'm going to put it on the plastic, just on the edge here. Yeah, that works good. Alright, okay, I'm going to put the panel on now. We are done. Yeah, it still makes a creaky sound, but at least it's fixed.